Today, we are going to check out the latest smart lock from Eufy. It now has a built-in Wi-Fi, so no need for a separate Wi-Fi bridge. And it has a pretty fast fingerprint recognition option. And also, it has a rechargeable battery pack. Thank you, Eufy, for sending me this smart lock to be reviewed. And currently, this smart lock is not available for sale yet, but we'll update the description down below when it is going to be available and where it can be purchased. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to check out the newest smart lock from Eufy. I did review their first smart lock last July. I'm not sure why they decided to leave out Wi-Fi integration on that model, but that was my main complaint. I will link that video in the description down below if you want to check it out. Eufy then has released two different types of smart locks and now has Wi-Fi integration using a Wi-Fi bridge. I'm not 100% sure if you have the older Bluetooth model that it can be connected to a separate Wi-Fi bridge. I'm hoping it will, but currently Eufy is not selling just the Wi-Fi bridge by itself. But this newer model of their Smart Lock Touch now has a built-in Wi-Fi and also has a rechargeable and removable battery, which I think is a pretty good idea. So we will do the unboxing, check out its features, do the installation, and test it out and see if this new Smart Lock Touch with Wi-Fi from Eufy will find its way to your home. Let's check out its features. So with this smart lock, you can unlock your door 5 ways. You can lock and unlock it using your fingerprint, and it has a built-in Wi-Fi, and you can access your lock from the app anywhere, even on the other side of the globe, as long as you are connected to the internet. You can also use both Alexa and Google Home to lock and unlock your doors, and for security, to unlock, you need to have a passcode, which I'll demo later on. You can use the keypad to type in your passcode. And if you don't have Wi-Fi, then you can also lock and unlock using Bluetooth. And it also comes with a set of keys. This smart lock has an auto lock feature so that the door will automatically lock after a certain amount of time that you set. It is BHMA grade and has drill-proof steel construction. It is IP65 rated and tested to last 250,000 actuations and should still be working after 30 years of use. It comes with a rechargeable and removable battery that has a 10,000 mAh capacity, which will last up to a year before needing to be recharged. It has a micro USB port on the bottom of the outside unit that you can plug in a power bank to power up the lock if the battery runs out of power. Time to open this up. So we have some paperwork, we have the user manual, we have some window decal, then we have the smart lock itself. We have the outdoor part, which is made of metal and glass front. We have the fingerprint reader on top, then the keypad, which is glass. We have the cover for the key cylinder, and it uses different type of keys, which you will see later on. On the back, we have the wire harness to connect it to the inside part. On the bottom, we have the reboot button and a micro USB port to power up the smart lock with a power bank when the battery runs out. Then we have the indoor assembly. We have the thumb turn to lock and unlock from the inside, and you can install this in either side of the door. On the back, we have the terminal where you plug in the outdoor wire harness, and the hole where you insert the tailpiece of the outdoor unit. You can slide up the battery cover, and this is where you insert the rechargeable battery pack. Also, there is a setup button under my thumb in between the QR code and serial number, which I'm covering. On the side is the speaker. What else is inside the box? We have the deadbolt assembly, which looks pretty solid stainless steel, and all the screws needed to install this smart lock. Then we have the rechargeable battery pack, 10,000 mAh capacity, which should be good for a year before needing to be recharged. Then we have the physical keys. Lastly, we have the mounting plate. Time to install this smart lock. First, I'll be removing my Wise lock, which has been in my back door for a while now. Then I'll be installing Eufy's deadbolt, making sure the right side up, and screw it in with the included screws. Next, install the outside unit, making sure the cable harness goes through the other side under the deadbolt and the tailpiece goes in the center hole of the deadbolt. And while holding the outdoor unit, install the mounting plate and secure to the outdoor unit using the included mounting plate screws. Screw it in tight. Time to connect the wiring harness to the terminal socket on the indoor assembly. It will only plug in one way and make sure it locks in place. Slide in the indoor unit, making sure the tailpiece goes in the slot. Secure the indoor assembly with the included screws. Time to set this up. Download, sign up, and log into the Eufy security app. Scroll down the main app page and click Add Device. Scroll down and choose Smart Lock Touch and Wi-Fi. Scan the QR code which is inside the battery compartment. Install the battery pack which are already charged to capacity and wait for it to boot up and push the setup button until you hear a beep.
Ready to set up.
Close the door so that you can calibrate the lock. Click on the Wi-Fi network you want to connect the smart lock to. Type in your Wi-Fi's password and click Confirm. Wait until the smart lock is connected. And if you have connected Eufy to Alexa, the smart lock will automatically be found and set up to use with your Echo devices. Name your smart lock, which I'll name mine Eufy Smart Lock, and click Next. Set your passcode and click Next. And you'll be prompted to add your fingerprint, which you can set later on if you want, but I'll set up mine. Click Start Enrollment. Press and hold your finger on the sensor. You have to do this 8 times and try to move your finger a bit every time so that the sensor can have an accurate and complete reading of your fingerprint. And it is done. Let's test this out. Let's check out the settings in the app. On the main app page, you will see that the lock is unlocked. Click on it to get to the lock's interface. Drag the unlock icon down to lock the smart lock. The same thing to unlock.
To unlock it, you have to drag it.
On the bottom are lock events where you can see the date and time the lock was locked and unlocked. And we have manage access where you can add access to the lock. Name the person you want to add and you can choose when can the lock be accessed, always or in a schedule. And you can set the start and end times or have a daily schedule or just set it to always. Click Next and you can then assign a 4 to 8 digit passcode. I'll choose 0987 in this demo. Click Save. And you can also add fingerprint access if needed. You can add up to 100 users to access the smart lock. In the upper right corner is the gear icon for the smart lock settings. You will see a battery level. You can set auto lock on or off. And you can set how long the lock will wait to lock the door from 1 second to 3 minutes. You can also schedule it if you want. Then there's the wrong try protection, where you can set how many attempts of failed passcodes or failed fingerprints before the smart lock locks down, from 3 to 5 attempts. You can also set the lockdown time from 1 minute to 5 minutes. Then we have the Scramble Passcode, where you can unlock your door by entering random numbers in the beginning or after your passcode, just to prevent people from peeping and guessing your passcode. Then we have the lock sound, where you can adjust the volume from low to high. Then we have notification, and you can toggle it to on and you'll get notified when the door is locked or unlocked. Time to test some of the features. So there are 5 ways to lock and unlock your door when you use this smart lock. You can use your fingerprint, which is also the fastest way. You can use the keypad to type in your passcode. You can use the app from anywhere there is internet to access the lock using its Wi-Fi. And if you don't have Wi-Fi, it can still be accessed as long as your phone is close to the lock using Bluetooth. And you can also use the included keys. If the battery pack loses power, you can also use a power bank plug in using a micro USB cable to power up the lock so that you can open it. If you find this video and my other videos helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And click the bell notification so as to get notified when I upload product reviews like this video, product updates, comparison videos, and long-term reviews. Thank you. Because of the Wi-Fi integration and this model which is built in, there's no need to have an additional Wi-Fi bridge. This smart lock is now pretty versatile. And I think the most important to me are the notifications. You can set it so that you'll get notified when the door is locked or unlocked. And more importantly, it notifies you when the door is jammed and not able to lock. So we are going to test the auto lock feature of the Eufy Smart Lock. And as you can see, I toggled it to on. And I've set the timer to 1 second. And you can set it as long as 3 minutes. And what happens is that when you unlock and open the door, okay, and when you close the door, it will automatically lock like so. So another test that I'm going to do and see if the smart lock is jammed or not able to lock, and see if it will give us a notification. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simulate that by opening it partially, and I'm going to lock it through the app.
The door failed to lock. Please make sure it's closed and the deadbolt is not blocked.
All right, so I got a notification, and also you can see on the app, and you can also hear it. So now we are going to test the wrong try protection feature of the Eufy Smart Lock, and as you can see, I toggled it to on, and I've lowered down the wrong try attempts to 3 attempts, and also the lockdown time I set it to 1 minute. So I'm not gonna be here that long outside. Anyway, so let's try it. And first, I'm gonna use my fingerprint. Let's say this one. 1, 2.
You have tried too many times. Please use your passcode or key instead.
And you will get a notification. And on that, you can also use your passcode, but you also have 3 attempts to do it. So there's one more attempt. I'll type in the right passcode now. There you go. If not, the Eufy Smart Lock has a Scramble Passcode feature, which when turned on, you can have different numbers before your real passcode and even numbers after that. Then it will unlock it still. And this will prevent people from memorizing your passcode. And it also has a one-touch lock feature, which I really don't like because you have to push and hold it. You just can't do it like that, it will not lock. You have to push and hold it there for a while. Well, not even that. You have to hold it for a while before it locks. I wish it should be faster than that. And compare this with my Nest by Yale lock. This is one lock touch. And that's how it's supposed to be. The Eufy Smart Lock can also be integrated with Amazon Alexa or Google Home. And you will need a passcode if you want to unlock the lock using voice. So to set this up with Alexa, go to the Smart Lock settings in the Alexa app and click the gear icon on the upper right corner. And you need to toggle the unlock by voice to on, which will prompt you to type in a 4-digit code, which I'll use 1234 in this test. Unlock Eufy Smart Lock.
What's your voice code for Eufy Smart Lock?
1234.
Unlocking. Hang on. The Eufy Smart Lock is unlocked.
With Google Home, when you add and associate the brand, Eufy in our case, you'll be prompted to add a PIN, which I already set up Eufy a while back and forgot the PIN that I made. So the only way to reset it is to unlink your account and relink it again. And you'll be prompted to add a 6-digit PIN for 2-factor authentication. Unlock Eufy Smart Lock.
Can I have your PIN?
123456.
Got it. Requesting to unlock Eufy Smart Lock.
Overall, this lock is pretty good. It has all the options to access the lock, from fingerprint to using the good old keys. It has Wi-Fi integration, which you can access the lock from anywhere as long as your phone has internet connection. And you'll get notifications when your door is locked or unlocked, or when the door lock is jammed. The only thing that Eufy forgot to add, and I think this lock has the hardware to do it because it has the auto lock function, is for the lock to know and show in the app if the door is open or closed, like my $100 Wise lock does. And on the one-touch lock feature, I'm not sure what Eufy's reasoning is. Why does it need to be a long press? You added an option of a shortcut to lock the door with one touch, but why you need to hold it for at least 2 to 3 seconds? It kinda defeats the purpose of a shortcut. And if you have this lock, you do need to use the fingerprint option because it is the fastest way to unlock or even lock your door. And I'll be replacing my Nest by Yale lock in my front door, which has already proven its worth the more than 2 years that I owned it, with this Eufy Smart Lock, and see what my long-term review of this lock would be. So any questions? Comment down below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.